Like that.
Is that all the spores?
No, it's just like dusty organs,
That's
not
so
the spore
funny.
itself. Yes.
Just the little plant dust.
That's too old. That's a
Yeah.
little bit too old.
Yeah. I got a plant tattoo on my pants.
I'm in Chiang Mai, Thailand today to visit Queen Sirikit Botanical Gardens, which is a 1,000-hectare area featuring mature national forest and Thailand's biggest glasshouse complex, including a 35-meter-tall tropical greenhouse. The garden was established in 1993 and was named after the Queen 1 year later in honor of her 60th birthday anniversary. Queen Sirikit is one of the 6 gardens that are maintained under the Botanical Garden Organization, or BGO, of Thailand. And today, I'll be meeting with Dr. Piyakaset, who is the acting deputy director of the BGO. I was keen to explore their research conservatory of limestone plants, which has never been open to the public. But I first wanted to get a lay of the land of the botanical garden and understand why they established it and their research greenhouses.
I think the government at that time trying to search the suitable place for establish the first real botanic garden in Thailand. So they found that Chiang Mai is quite nice to establish this one because it's not far from the city, so people can come and enjoy the botanic garden, and the weather is quite nice, much better than the one in Central, and of course we have a lot of forest around.
Yeah, one of the things that is really striking of this garden is the forests, and it just gives so much more depth to this botanical garden. And you had mentioned that some of this is actually primary forest.
Yes.
What are some of the plants that you would find in the forest around this area?
Our garden is located at the edge of the national park.
Oh, wow,
So,
okay.
I would say 80% remain a natural, nice primary forest. So we use only like 20% for our activities. The forest here, it's quite diverse also in terms of vegetation type. In lowland, you have deciduous forest. And if you move up a little bit next to the stream, you have dry evergreen and then hill evergreen above 1,000 meters. So the dominant tree species here are lots of dipterocarps. We have like 8 native dipterocarpus in our garden, Dipterocarpaceae, sorry.
And you have some pine trees as well.
Yes, we have two species of pine tree native here, and one actually our origin is here. It's Pinus caesea. I forgot to tell you about the area of the garden. That it's about 1,000 hectares.
It's 1,000 hectares, yeah.
Yes.
So which is quite large, but you're only using about 20% of that,
Yes,
you said?
Yes.
And it's also nice that you're buffered up against a national forest, because then you're not having this like city encroaching upon the botanic gardens. It kind of gives this more natural flow
Right,
to the
that's right.
space.
Yes.
Yeah, I like when the habitat is a little less manicured because it allows it to feel a little bit more wild.
Right.
Queen Sirikit is positioned in the subtropical zone of Thailand, so the greenhouses, like the ones for the tropical greenhouse, are used to maintain better climate conditions for those specific plants, many of which you would see in other parts of Thailand's ecoregions.
So we found that this is quite nice because it's at about 800 meters above sea levels. So the temperatures, the light, the waters are quite okay for build up the glass houses here. So after that we make a design and we build up 12 houses here. The largest one, it's about 35 meters high. It's represent the tropical rainforest. So we in the house we display most of plant from the peninsula of Thailand, which cannot survive outside the house. Next to it, we also have some kinds of exotic plants like desert plants, arid plant house, lots of succulents and cacti. That's for attract people, because the Thai people, they get bored from all green things like this.
All the things that they have around them, we tire of the things that are not as exotic as what we think they are. Which is so funny because like, coming from the United States, where most of the cacti and succulents are probably from, or at least North and South America. It's something that I would typically see. But coming here and seeing all of these plants is like so unique for me.
Right.
Yeah. Well, in this particular space that we're in, this is, you had mentioned to me that this is more for research. And what's so unique about this place?
Yeah, this house we call a limestone plant house. We grow a lot of limestone loving plants, and a lot of plants are from our expedition all over Thailand. In the last decade, we try to focus on the limestone habitat, which is quite threatened now because all of us right now are building a lot of, building road and things like that, all use the limestone. Yeah. So we destroy a lot of limestone habitat.
Right, so it's you're destroying the habitat and extracting the stones for
cement.
Building.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For cement and.
That's why all of the limestone creatures, they are facing the serious problem on habitat loss. That's why we created this house to conserve lots of plants that occur only on limestone.
Right, and also just to raise awareness of their impermanence here if you're using the limestone for building purposes. How many species do you think you have in this area, in this
house is about 200.
About 200 species.
Including lower plants like mosses and liverwort.
I think they would be very upset if you called them lower plants. They're just different.
In the old day we call it lower plants.
They would say that, hey, we were here before all of these other ones.
Yes. Some special unique things for limestone, it's the only rock that was formed by the living organism in the sea long time ago.
Right.
So it's a kind of it's produced by the organic things.
Right.
It's like organic rock.
Organic rock that's a little bit more calcareous. And when limestone is alkaline, right? So it's more alkaline versus obviously neutral or acidic.
Yes.
So the plants have developed this kind of specialty to be able to live in this kind of environment. What happens though, because oftentimes, plants have a specific range where they could extract certain nutrients from the soils or, where they're on. So what are some of the adaptations?
Actually, it's a kind of surprise. I collect a lot of soil or organic matter from limestone, and actually it's quite neutral, or it's quite acidic. Yes, okay. Yes. So the limestone is just I think the plants just need the structure of limestone, because it's easy to get washed out by the rains and wind. Mm-hmm. So the limestone have a lot of crack holes, like you can see a lot of caves and things like that. Mm-hmm. So this hole, I think in some places they collect a lot of dirt, a lot of organic matter, and it's an ideal place for many interesting plants because they need a well-drained soil.
That's a fascinating observation. So basically what you're saying is that they need the rock as the foundation, yes. And there's all this soil that's on top, and that's maybe where the plant is actually getting its nutrients, because usually around when it's just maybe slightly acidic to neutrals where they actually extract a lot of their nutrients.
Yes, but if you look into this one carefully, you see it's limestone. When it's decay, it gives you a lot of nutrient.
Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, because it's organic too. Yeah,
full of nutrition in the soil.
Yeah.
I always say that limestone is like the island on the land. Island on the land. Once the plants or animal adapt itself to grow or live on limestone, they cannot escape.
Right.
So it's like the island on the land. So it's quite isolated. Yeah. And for the time being, many species adapt itself and evolve to the new species.
And then talk to me about how the limestone runs here in Thailand, because it is. You were mentioning that it kind of travels from north to south.
Yeah, actually we have two main range. One in the western part, ranking from Chiang Mai province down past Tak, Kanchanaburi and to the peninsula. and the other range is it's between the central part and the northeastern part. That's another range. But some of them are not are grouped together. They are not connected. So some species we found only in one group of limestone.
So they're
not
very isolated
yes,
because
yes.
it's not a continuous range.
Yeah, it's not
of
really
limestone.
connected.
Wow, that's fascinating. So you probably are getting like a lot of endemic species to just like little specific ranges.
Yes, I also working on from Thailand for Balsaminaceae, which is Impatiens, the balsam family,
Yeah.
and we have about 100 native species, and 60% of them are endemic to the country.
Wow.
45 are found only on limestone, and 40 are endemic.
So we have about 200 species here in this greenhouse. So how many plants do you think are endemic or just native to Thailand here in this greenhouse?
Maybe around 50 endemic species.
Okay.
Yes.
That's about 1/4 of the species here that is primarily endemic that we'll probably get a chance to see that I wouldn't have probably not gotten a chance to see in New York or any other place.
Right.
So do you think we could actually do a little tour and you could point out
Yeah,
some
sure,
of the
sure.
plant species? That's awesome. Okay, let's do that.
Let's start with this rare orchid. You see?
yeah,
It was eaten by the slug. Sorry for that. This is
have a
one
lot
of the
of
rare
slugs.
orchid Phalaenopsis loweii from Kanchanaburi.
So what's interesting about this Phalaenopsis is that we're so used to seeing the big, chunky ones in the supermarkets, but this is a wild native
this is the wild
Phalaenopsis.
native one. It's a very rare one. It's grow in the natural habitats. It's grow directly on the limestone like this. You can see the root attached to
Yeah.
the limestone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, if you have one of these Phalaenopsis, would it also grow very well on a rock if you
Yes,
put it
on
up
the
against
rock.
a rock?
Right.
And then what is this? This looks like a Gesneriad.
Yes, this is Microchirita mollissima, restricted to the Peninsula Thailand also. Yes, it's loved to grow on the wall in front of the cave.
It almost
that's
looks like, to me, when I look at it, it reminds me of a Streptocarpus, but I mean, it is in the same family.
Yes,
but this
it's
is
the same family.
Is this and this is endemic to
Endemic
Thailand?
to Peninsula Thailand.
Wow. And this must be a Hoya here.
Hoya globulosa. Normally, you can see it has a lot of hairs
Yeah.
on the leaves, and the leaf it's quite thick and succulent. Yeah, this normally it's grow on the limestone in the western part of Thailand.
So, and I would imagine then the succulent leaves and also this kind of waxy cuticle probably protects it from keeping the water
Yeah,
in.
and the hairiness also.
Yeah. So is that one of the strategies for these plants to actually grow on limestone?
Right, correct.
What are some other strategies that plants may have in order to be able to grow on a limestone environment?
Okay, some plants can form their private water tank.
Yeah.
Form the cordex
Like a
stem.
cordex, yeah.
Cordex
Big
stem or
swollen
roots.
stem.
Big swollen stems.
Yeah.
So that's would help them to survive in the dry condition.
Yeah. And then how about this one right here?
Yeah,
This
this
little
is a quite a nice limestone cucumber. You know.
so cool.
Yes, it's called also Neo-Alsomitra.
And then this one
It
forms
adapts
like
itself to stand on the limestone.
and it's a vining
condition.
and it's a vining plant.
Yes, it's a vining plant, but it's quite succulent.
Yeah.
It has a thick leaf.
Yeah.
Yes.
This seems to be something that, you might, I don't know, maybe this could be an interesting house plant because it is so succulent. Does it climb or does it crawl?
It's crawl. It's
It
crawl,
crawls,
and
okay.
sometimes climbs, but not that much.
Yeah.
It's crawl. Now, normally, if you have like open limestone bedrock, this one crawl on the limestone open area like that.
And I think I see a slipper orchid right over
Yeah,
here.
this one of the rare slipper orchid found in the northwestern part of Thailand. It's called Paphiopedilum chalfordii.
And that's growing right on the rocks as well, very similar to that Phalaenopsis that we just saw.
Yes, normally it's grow above 1,000 meters.
Okay.
But the area here is about 800, which is more or less the same.
Is this a Dracaena over our...
Dracaena, kaweesakii, I named this one, described this one together with the expert from Kew Garden,
Oh, wow.
Dr. Paul Wilkin.
And is this from Thailand as well, or
Yes,
is this?
is from Thailand.
Okay.
But we found now it's expand to southern part of China as well.
Okay, so it's not endemic to
It's
Thailand.
not really endemic.
Okay.
Endemic to Southeast Asia, I would say, mainland.
And then here you have a special one because it's marked.
Yeah, this is the Terpisia bilocularis. I also described this one long time ago. It's restricted to one limestone range in Chiang Mai province, where the wild ball
Yeah.
football team
Yeah.
got trapped in the cave.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes, and that cave, actually this one grow on the summit of that mountain.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
And then
So
this is in the flaxseed family then.
Yeah, it's belong to the flaxseed families.
It looks like again, I look at these plants and I see another plant in them, but it looks like a muskmallow. Like we have a plant called muskmallow that has a very similar petal structure.
Right.
But it looks like such a dainty plant.
Yes.
But you should see along the edges here that the roots are kind of
Yeah, they
rooting
can.
in.
Sometimes the stem attached to the ground, to the soil. They can produce the root itself.
So probably very easy to propagate, I would imagine.
Yes, very easy.
Do you know what this is right here?
Yeah,
Is this a type
that's
of fern?
Oberonia.
A Begonia.
Yeah, Oberonia. It's a orchids also. This
it's an
grow
orchid,
on.
okay.
Yes, it's an orchids. We have some. Normally the orchid they don't really grow directly on limestone, but the lots of limestone they are quite open. So many orchids, even it's a epiphytic one, it can
Yeah.
go terrestrial on the limestone.
Wow, interesting.
That kind.
And then this is an elatostemma, I believe, right?
This is Elatostemma, yes, with,
Is there a
with
specific
kinds of nice
species?
pattern. I don't really know this one. It's a
Okay.
big complex.
Yeah.
You have a lots of native Elatostemma
Yeah.
that have a nice coloration. like
Yeah,
this.
nice coloration, and it's also got like a really thick leaf, which I don't know if you could actually see it, but it is a relatively thick leaf, and it has a little bit of wax on the cuticle here. Different from some of the elatostemmas that I know that are a little bit more thinner leaved varieties.
We just walk past this nice orchid. This also Paphiopedilum bellatulum.
But this is unique because it's coming out, it's not like a stalk.
Right, this one is normally it's hanging, the flower is hanging, unlike other species which has a long stalk and showy flowers. Because normally this one grow along the cliff, along
Yeah.
the cliff.
So you probably wouldn't want to have a stem coming up if there's wind coming off the cliff. or something.
yes, and no need to have a long scape,
Yeah.
but hanging flower like that, yes. So the insect would be able to see it.
See it
hanging.
and
Yes.
actually get to it,
Right.
as opposed to climbing up this long stem in order to get to
Right.
it.
We have one rare balsam here. It's called Impatiens putii.
And it's also in bloom.
Yeah, it looks like a parrot.
Yeah.
Yes, we have many species that are in the parrot balsam group.
Yeah.
Yes, in Thailand. This is the one endemic to Microchirita and Petbury.
And what about this one right here that has like a little zigzag stem? And
Yeah, this is Sauropus pume. This is a scientific name. Is belong to Euphorbia.
Oh, it's a euphorbiaceae.
Yes.
Does it have a similar latex to the euphorbs or no?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. But you can see it's produced the flowers.
Oh yeah.
Yes, from
On the
the
base.
Yes, on the base like this.
Okay.
Yes, you can go see here.
Oh yeah. Look
Yes.
at that. And such cute little flowers. Are these like little bracts around the inflorescence, or is that the actual flower itself?
Actual flowers. That's
Oh,
why it's
okay.
actual flowers. It
Wow.
has small flowers.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the red part is not a bract. It's a flower.
Yeah, it's a petal.
Oh wow, that's
a
so
petal.
cool. Because when I think of euphorbias, oftentimes they have those bracts around the little yellow inflorescence.
Right.
That's neat. And you could see that these are. You have taking a little glance, like I see a lot of these iconic Urticaceae flowers kind of around. This is in the Urticaceae family.
Yes, Elatostemma again. Elatostemma.
Is the limestone primarily dominated by certain families or certain types of genus, or have you not found that?
No, we don't found
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Yes.
And then this one's pretty unique too. I haven't seen flowers like this.
Yes. This is belong to rhododendron families.
It looks like a little bit like a rhododendron.
Alocasia.
Not necessarily the flower, but the fact that I've been starting to see a lot more varieseas and like epiphytic rhododendrons.
This is Agapetes megacarpa. Yeah, you can see this is the root.
Yes, wow.
The root, which is swollen
Yeah.
and collects a lot of water. That's why they can stand the drought. And it has nice hanging bell-shaped flowers like that.
Is this pollinated by, birds?
By
Yeah.
birds, yes, by birds.
It's beautiful tubular flowers. I've never seen anything like that.
If you like Agapetes, we have one more species somewhere. Let me see. Oh, this one, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
This is Agapetes.
Oh, a smaller version.
Pyrrosia, yes. Same genus, but different species.
I see a couple ants getting up in that in those tubes.
Also has a cortex roots form here.
And does this that then has a lot of storage of waters
Yes,
and water
right,
and minerals?
right.
So it's great to see all these different strategies that these plants are using in order to be able to attach to the limestone.
This was a new species recently described 2 weeks ago.
Wow!
Yes.
But you've had this growing here for a while.
Yes, it's called erythrina. We put SP, you see?
Yeah.
Erythrina SP
you
at
need
that
to
time
update it.
because yes.
Oh, you
Now-
have updated it here.
Yes.
Erythria
Calcicola. Thailand endemic.
Wow.
Restricted to one province in northeastern part.
And look at these
Thorn.
thorns on
Yes.
this that you would not want to get caught in.
It has a nice dinosaur shaped leaf. You see?
Yeah, it really does. It's the leaf shape is really cool, like a
Dinosaur feet.
foot, yeah,
the
like a
foot
footprint.
Of dinosaur. Yeah, footprint.
That's
Yes.
so cool.
This is also our rare Peperomia.
peperomias.
Peperomia dindicalensis. Actually was described from eastern part of India.
This is a nice version. This would definitely make a nice house plant.
Yes.
Mr. Snail.
Red stem.
Yeah, the
stem.
red stem, and it's a little fuzzy and very succulent.
I have to get rid of this one.
You didn't see that.
Yes. And this is, we have some special plants here called kingiana. You know, kingiana is mainly lots of species grow in Africa, but very few in Southeast Asia. This is just the one. We have only one in Thailand, kingiana grandiflora.
It's got a nice, like, verdigris kind of bluish hue to it.
Yes.
Very succulent. And then these stems are interesting.
Yeah, it has a succulent stem. Sometimes it's also produce roots, you can see on the stem. And this is a very old stem here. It look like the snake. It look like the naga in Thai culture.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yes, this one. We have one more rare species. I described this one myself. Impatiens Dracaena. This
That
belongs to
looks-
also the parrot group.
That looks so similar to what we just saw.
Yes, yes.
And here's one of those other paps right here kind
Yeah,
of
this
growing.
is the same one, the same as previous one, the
Yeah.
Paphiopedilum Charlotte's GI.
And let's point out also what's kind of growing on this limestone here. Some more moss and some liverworts and I guess some maidenhair as well.
Yes,
They've
yes.
kind of taken over.
Right.
I'm sure the plants don't mind that because it gives a little extra moisture.
Yeah, they absorb and trying to. They actually they protect the erosion.
Yeah.
Here also.
Yeah. And then here's another type of Dracaena right here. It's a very stunning one because it has almost like a ponytail palm-like look.
Yes, this Dracaena it's the same as that one. Is from the peninsula. We call Dracaena yuccifolia. Yuccifolia. This is the larger plants here. Dracaena yuccifolia.
It's got a nice canopy, the way
Right,
that it kind of
right.
spans out. Now, is this a ginger? Or what is this?
Hedychium neocarnium. Finished flowering already.
And is it a ginger or no?
It's a ginger.
It is a
It's a kind of ginger.
Okay. And this is native more to the limestone areas then as well?
Normally, this can grow in various conditions.
Okay.
You know, normally it's not really restricted to limestone, but it was like a seedling.
Yeah.
Come by itself and establish here, so we let them grow.
Wow. Yes. Well, it really established itself here.
Yes.
Okay. So here are some more of the caudex plants that you were mentioning. That this is a really strategy for
This
limestone
is
growing.
one of the world's largest species of impatiens. Yes, it can grow up to 4 meters high.
Wow, so this is an impatiens too.
Yes, yes, in a diameter at the base of around 50 centimeters, large.
Wow. Now you have some aroids here as well. Is this something that you would typically find on limestone, or this is an alocasia, isn't this?
This is Colocasia.
This is colocasia, and then
Yeah,
and this is
Alocasia
Alocasia,
heterophylla.
yeah.
This is also grow on limestone in the peninsula.
Wow.
Very nice.
Beautiful shape. It reminds me of what is that alocasia? Amazonica that gets sold in
yes,
the market.
Actually, we have many different coloration of this species, but this is the best one from Satun province.
So it's like the really nice dark color.
Yes,
And
yes.
what are we looking at right here too? Is this also a Gesneria?
This is Pyrrosia, yes, generate Pyrrosia Middletonii. Yes, Middletonii. Dr. David Middleton now he is a generate expert. Now he works in Singapore Botanic Garden.
Oh wow. Okay. And look at how the coloration down below, as well as like the hairs on this leaf. Very thick, succulent leaf as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, no flowers
No
present
flowers
now.
yet,
Actually, the flower is the inflorescence is like a ball. Yes, a lot of like 40, 50 flowers blooming together like a globe like this.
Yeah.
Like a ball, white ball.
This looks like a
nice.
kalanchoe.
Yes, we have 2 species in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so this is a kalanchoe, or is it
Yes,
a bryophyllum?
kalanchoe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it get plantlets, or
I'm
does
not
it?
sure. Maybe this is the white one. If it's the white one, then it's found only in a small area on top of our highest limestone in Thailand. Yes.
And then this is
Dixoniana.
a begonia, of course.
Begonia siamensis.
Siamensis, okay. That's growing pretty prolifically.
This is Pyrrosia costata. This also grow on limestone.
Is this a fern?
area. It's a fern. It's a fern. It has a nice white mottling.
And then its spores would be underneath.
Yes.
Yeah, all these spores, yeah. What is the white mottling for? Has there been any studies on that?
It's a hydratode. It's a kind of change or absorb the water, the moisture.
And were these selaginellas planted here, or?
Yeah, this was planted. This was planted.
And is this also
Also
an impatiens?
yeah, Impatiens mirabilis.
I have never seen impatiens. Like when I think of impatiens, I never think of them with having
Yeah.
these giant
Same species,
caudaxes.
Yeah.
Wow,
Imagine this can grow up to 4 meters.
so crazy. And then this is another type of begonia
Yeah, this
here.
is from Vietnam, Begonia sizemoreae.
Oh yes, it's named after Mary Sizemore.
Right,
Yeah, a very prolific begonia collector.
Right. This is Begonia kingiana from Malay Peninsula.
This one's really beautiful. It has a nice succulent leaf, and you can see how red it is underneath as well. Very pretty one.
Better flowers of Microchirita, mollissima. This also a new species was described 2-3 years ago after the princess named Singiber Sirintoni.
So it's a ginger as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Normally, most of the Singiber, the genus Singiber, they produce the flowers on the ground. They have the scape on the ground. But this one, it has terminal inflorescence.
Oh, that's
yes,
fascinating.
it's come out here.
Yeah. And that's past its
And
prime.
it's purple.
Yeah.
That's
So-
finished already.
July or August is when it would typically be blooming here?
Yeah,
or?
August.
Yeah.
August.
And then what is this tree?
This is Fermiana corolata. This is actually this is the common trees, but it's quite dwarf, right? Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it looks almost like a little bonsai-ish, you know?
This is a common tree on the limestone in the central part. Yes.
And then you have some more. This one is in full bloom, this urticaceous.
Procris crenata. It's also urticaceae. Yes. Normally growing as an epiphyte on trees or sometimes on rocks as well. You see the root system Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
so
it's penetrate.
Yeah, look at that,
Yeah.
like how it gets
Yes,
right, its
yes.
root right into the rocks.
Right.
And then it has this really succulent stem, very succulent leaves with a little bit of wax on the outside. So this one is definitely positioned for game time on these stones. This one's fascinating. Look at the little stem right here. I don't even know if this one's listed.
Yeah, this is Impatiens is also belong to the Gesneriate family. It has only one leaf.
Only one leaf at
Yeah,
all
only
times.
one leaf, yes.
Does this leaf last a long time, or?
Only in the certain period in rainy season. Yes, maybe 3-4 months.
Super cool. So all these new Gesneriads I've never even seen before.
Chrysostylus.
Yeah.
Chrysostylus, it's one of the jewel orchids.
It's in
Yes,
bloom
growing
now
on
too.
limestone. You see the patterns.
Yeah. You know, and it's like the jewel orchids. I mean, I think a lot of orchid lovers don't get excited about jewel orchids because they don't have fancy flowers. But I have to say, as somebody who really loves foliage,
Right.
the jewel orchids really stand out.
Right.
Oh, this one's fascinating. Stephania right here. So this
Yeah.
is the whole plant right here growing.
Yeah, Stephania Perry. This is the stem. It's
Wow, it almost looks like a rock.
Yeah, it's a very big one.
Wow.
Yes. Sometimes because of the limestone condition, sometimes it's quite cruel for some kinds of animal, you know. So animal normally they walk around and trying to find some plant to eat, and if you can mimic yourself, look like a rock and things like that, so it can be easy for animal to overlook them.
That's fascinating. I mean, even this little millipede right here, he's probably thinking this is a little stone.
So this kind of adaptation can, you know, help them to survive.
Really helps.
Yeah.
So it's almost similar to like a lithops, where you, like a living stone, where it just looks like a stone, and a lot of the grazing animals, I can't even imagine that it's food. So is this also the Stephania vine right here?
No, this is ficus.
Oh, this is a ficus.
Yes, ficus.
Wow. What kind of ficus is this?
I can't not remember the name, but
got
it's
a
a
very-
nice creeping one.
Yeah.
Yes.
It almost looked a little bit like ficus, now that you mention it, like Ficus villosa, which you usually put in terrariums. It has this kind of fuzzy stem, but this one's a lot larger. Wow, cool.
And this is our native maidenhair.
Adiantum.
Adiantum cordatum.
Cordatum.
Yes.
Really beautiful.
I brought in, as I remember, only 5 plants.
And so now
And
they've
now,
just
yes,
spread.
Yes, but because it's a kind of walking ferns, it can produce. The tip can produce the new plants.
Oh, that's neat.
You see, it's go like this one and this one. Yeah, go to this.
So it walks along the wall.
Yeah,
Well,
and this start to
grow
walk
some
again.
more, yeah.
Yes, like Johnny Walker.
well, hey guys,
Keep walking.
we'll put you back into your place there so you can keep walking. This one's in bloom too, is
So yeah, this is belong to sunflower family, Camchia. Yeah, this is a smallest taka in Thailand called Taka plantaginia. You see how small the flower is.
Yeah, but it's a bat flower like the other large bat flowers.
Yes. It's restricted to the western range of the mountain. Normally grow along the stream with calcareous soil next to the limestone hill.
Do the other takas grow near limestone, or is this the only one that's...
No, I think this is the only one.
Wow, this is so cool. It's never, they never have like incredible foliage, but the flowers are just so otherworldly.
So this is our new record.
It's your new record?
Yes, our new record.
For biggest
For
leaf?
begonia. In natural habitat, it can grow like this size diameter. Yes. It's called Begonia cilientensis. Yeah, cilientensis.
But a subspecies.
Subspecies Mengianensis. Quite a long name.
That is a long
yes,
name.
it's a Chinese one.
But it has like
it's
these
quite
really
rare.
impressive succulent stems as well, these petioles leading up to the leaves. I guess you have to have a strong petiole in order to be able to hold up these leaves.
Right.
Is this the same? What is this? The same Kalanchoe or
Kalanchoe.
different? Yeah.
Yes, I think this is a different one.
Yeah.
Different one. Perhaps
it looks
it's a
like it is.
yellow flower.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is also unnamed begonia.
Another type of begonia,
Yes.
unnamed.
Yeah, unnamed.
So many begonias. Does it gets given a number then, a U number?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So this is a wait for the expert, yes, to describe it.
You might be waiting a long time. There's a lot of unidentified begonias.
Right.
So now I'm starting to get a handle of some of these plants that you have here because I see some of the species kind of repeating a little bit.
This used to be the new genus named after the princess, Pyrrosia thailandica, also endemic to Thailand. And this is, you see the photos of the flowers.
Yeah.
Yes, quite nice, isn't it? But now from the molecular, it was lamb to hibiscus.
So this is no longer the genus then?
Right. This is actually it's one of maybe the only one hibiscus that Scandin, has a Scandin habit.
Interesting.
Yes.
I could see then probably why you wouldn't have thought it was wasn't a hibiscus.
And it also has a thorn here, you see? Yes.
But it doesn't feel that thorny like it.
No.
Yeah.
This is more Agapetes, yes, nice one. Normally they produce flowers along the stem, you can see there.
I see them growing up.
Yes.
How about this guy over here?
This is a new record, Soroia actinidaceae. It's a same family with kiwi fruit.
Interesting.
Yes.
Does it have an edible fruit to it? Or
No.
not
It
so
has
much?
this one, it has a very small fruits. It's a new record, not yet reported. I may write an article about this one.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And this is endemic to Thailand as well?
Not endemic, but quite rare, and actually was found only in lower part of China and some Himalayan range. Yes.
And you got some more millipedes up here. They're just hanging out.
They love to
Yeah.
rest there.
Yeah, this one's like, it looks like an albino flower.
Yes, correct.
So this is a mutation?
Yes, it's an albino one.
So you could actually select for this then, if you were to take seeds from this.
Right. But maybe seeds from the seeds it can change
Could
back
change
to
back to the
yes to
regular.
that one. This is a nice one. Oh, you can see someone trying to show you they take
yellow.
out of the bark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it in Thailand we call it cumin tree. Cumin tree. Yeah,
So
because
it's like,
it has a yellow.
So it's the color
wood.
of cumin.
Yeah, it has a yellow wood. This is Mahonia.
Mahonia.
Yes. Mahonia nepalensis.
Very cool leaf. Almost like a large holly leaf.
Yeah, it's a Himalayan genus. This one. Yes, normally grow in the Himalayan range. High up.
Here's some more of your peperomias.
Yes.
Growing very happily.
Right. This is also strange ferns growing on limestone in the northern part. Yeah.
Do you know what genus this is in?
It's Phymatosaurus, this one.
Look at these spores. It's so cool. It reminds me of those little candy dots that you used to get as a kid.
A different species of Impatiens, but sorry, it was pruned
Yeah,
a little bit.
but you've opened my
Pyrrosia.
you've opened my eyes to all these
Yes,
impatiens.
yes.
Just the way that they grow. That's what I partially love about coming on these journeys is that you start to see more of the breadth of a type of genus that you
Right.
typically wouldn't see before.
Right. This is also limestone Begoniaceae, called Santisukia. The genus is endemic to Thailand. Not only the species, but the genus.
Wow.
Yes.
And then what about
And
this right here?
The cycads.
So that's
the
a cycad.
Yeah, the cycad Branburiensis, endemic to the northern part of the peninsula Thailand. Okay, this is a common nice Paphiopedilum. It's growing quite well here in this condition.
I love the under color of these leaves.
Yes. You always flip the leaves
Yeah.
to see the color. And this is a kind of Dischidia.
Yes,
Dischidia
yeah.
bengalensis. Bengalensis.
And you can see that it's rooting along the
It has
edges here.
like a club.
Yeah.
club shape
Yeah.
leaves. Yes.
And then is this a euphorbia?
Euphorbia.
And look how woody it is down
Yes,
here.
yes. Where the roots.
Yeah. Wow, this one's really unique. Is this a type of orchid?
This is an orchid.
Wow. Look at those little guys.
I can't remember the
Yeah.
name of this one.
Very succulent, but look at
Yes.
all its like little roots
It's
kind of
also
coming
not,
out.
Not quite rare, but
Yeah.
yes. See, two different euphorbia. This one with leaves, that one without leaves.
Yeah.
Yes. Here it's perhaps a new begonia from northeastern part. Yeah, very nice coloration here.
What
Yes.
color flowers do you know?
It's white again.
Yeah.
Yes, white. And this is the one last time I saw your clip.
Yes.
Yeah. This is
Microsorum.
Microchirita
Yeah,
thailandicum.
yeah. So this has the rheoplasts that give it that kind of really blue
natural
sheen.
habitats, it's grow in deep and dark hole along the limestone range.
So it's like really used these modified chloroplasts in order to be able to extract
collect
the
very
light.
low,
yeah.
low light
Coming through the green,
Yes,
the
yes,
green of the
yes.
trees. And you could see you could see it's a fern, that it has the spores below.
We have a lot in vitro culture now, so it's now safe. This is one of my new species, Impatiens Sirintoni.
I could see that this is your specialty.
Yeah. Yes, it's restricted to Peninsula Thailand also, limestone.
What is this? Is this a phylla?
It's for me. It look like Homolomina. This one.
Homolomina,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, I forgot to show you this one. Actually, it's the same with that one. This one, I also named this one together with Dr. Paul Wilkin. It's another species of Dracaena.
Which one is this one?
Dracaena jainiana. This is the common patterns in this species. When it gets very old, the bark cracks.
Almost like
this
birch
one.
bark in a
Yes.
way. Yeah.
Yes.
And look at actually the sap.
Yeah, the sap, red dragon,
Yeah.
red dragon sap. Wow. Dragon blood.
That's what it looks like. Not that I've ever seen dragon blood or anything like that. What do you have growing here?
That's another Gesneriaceae. Let me think about the genus. It's Ornithobia.
Never seen that genus before of Gesneriad.
You also have the limestone pandan here. Pandanus.
You got to be careful on this one too.
Yeah, even the root has a lot of spine, you see.
Yeah, as well as
Yeah, but the stem have some spine, but not many.
That's so interesting
stem.
that the root has the spines. Why do you think that is?
Because the root is quite important for the plants to get some nutrients and things. And normally in limestone you have a lot of monkeys.
Oh.
Yes, eaten the root and things like that. So better protect the roots, because the stem itself, it can be break down at some point, or it can be hurt, but not the roots. The root is more important. That's why it's produce lots of spine on the roots. Quite interesting also. It's a kind of
Yeah.
adaptation.
Yeah. It's so fascinating because as you start to, research a little bit more about this limestone habitat, you start to piece together some of the adaptations that these
Yes,
plants need.
yes, right.
And you could see it as a whole as opposed to just like one species
Right.
here and there.
Right.
Is this another Gesneriad?
Yes. Yes.
This is a purple version, little ant.
This is a kind of Microchirita also.
And what is this strange little beast kind of growing
That's
up?
Alocasia. It's a fern ally.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I mean, this has just been a pleasure kind of looking at some of the limestone plants here. I mean, there are so many new, species that I've never even seen before. And you have quite the collection here. Thank you.
Yes. Actually, I would like to use this opportunity to maybe ask for the younger scientists if they can create some kinds of limestone-like material or something that can substitute limestone, because it's we we have to live in the house or maybe in the future we would maybe we would be able to live only in the wooden house or things that it would be better to keep this kind of special habitats
for these plants. So some type of substrate that has limestone qualities that would allow us to actually grow more of these plants in different habitats.
So maybe in the future some scientists would find some way to use something else, not just the limestone.
Just the limestone.
Yes.
Well, there's a call to action right there if I ever heard one. So thank you so much. This has just been a real pleasure to just explore all these species that you have. And this is not open to the public, so...
Not really open to the public.
Well, this will be the first time that the public's actually then seeing a lot of these plants. So thank you again so much.
Yes, thank you for coming as well.
Hey guys, so I hope you really enjoyed that tour here of the Limestone Conservatory here at the Queen Sirikit Botanic Gardens in Thailand. Tell me what you like the best about this, because there are a lot of new species here. And of course, if you want to support the channel, then don't forget to subscribe. And you could always follow along on my daily journey on my blog at homesteadbrooklyn.com and on Instagram at homesteadbrooklyn. I'll see you guys next week.
Don't forget to check out my latest book, How to Make a Plant Love You, Cultivate Green Space in Your Home and Heart, available in bookstores and online worldwide. And if you're looking for more tactical plant care, including the 300 houseplant care spreadsheet, then you could turn to the Houseplant Masterclass, which is the first online audiovisual course on houseplant cultivation, care, maintenance, and more at houseplantmasterclass.com.